And welcome back to another episode of Scrolling Out Loud. On today's topic, we are discussing coworkers. We've all had places where we've had to deal with other people, whether we like to or not, whether it be customers or the people that you work with in general. I've had a few places where I didn't like some of the people I worked with, and I've had others where I liked everybody that I worked with. But we're just going to jump right on into it. And as always, my name's David.
And I'm Amanda. Let's get comfy. All right, so my first one's a light one. I thought it was cute, so I couldn't pass it up. It was a comment in another subreddit, Ask Reddit. People who work in human resources, what is the weirdest shit you've seen? So this was a comment from 5 years ago. It says, worked in HR for a couple years now, mostly in large firms managing facilities within properties. One of the strangest cases that was brought was because a client asked us to review a CCTV footage as he'd driven past the office late at night and noticed the motion sensor lights inside was going on and off, and he was concerned that there had been a break-in. Turned out that our night security officer, whose primary role is to monitor cameras in the control room, was skipping up and down the corridors because he felt too full of energy, and he had to get it out of his system somehow. Watching the footage of him skipping features the occasional star jump through vacant corridors and 20 minutes at 1 a.m. really made my day.
What's star jump?
I don't know. I'm wondering if it was like... It's cute, though.
It's pretty funny.
You had to get it out. That's better than falling asleep.
Or just sprinting through the halls, having a freaking, what is that, get out or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Where just freaking dude just darts out of nowhere at him.
He was living his best. I thought that was really cute. A good one to get
if
us.
He's by himself, he can only keep himself entertained some way, somehow.
I know. When I read that one, I immediately thought of, what's his name in the Night Museum. What's that movie called? Night at the Museum. Yeah, that's all I could picture was him just... Right? What's his name? Ben Stiller. Yeah, that's all I pictured. But then again, I also pictured Kevin, what's his name from Mall Cop?
Kevin James.
Yeah. Love that.
All right. My first one comes from Am I the Asshole? It's 2 years old. Am I the asshole for calling people by their nicknames without permission? I, 27 male, like to be friendly, and I figured that calling people by their nicknames would be a good way to make the friendship feel closer. I've been doing it for a long time, but over the years, a few people didn't seem to like it, while others didn't mind at all. Most recently, I saw my colleague's friend call her Nori, so I decided to call her Nori too. However, she got angry at me, saying that only her best friend can call her that. I asked her why she got so worked up over something so small, and she told me that many people that I call by nickname without permission don't like it. I wouldn't mind if someone called me by my nickname like my friends do, and honestly, I never felt that many people disliked being called by their nickname. My colleague does seem pretty annoyed, though. Am I the asshole?
I think it depends on the background of the nickname.
I would just say if you're not in on why that person is being called that name, do not call them by that.
Right.
Because I have nicknames that I have from different people, and somebody else calls me by that. I'm like, no.
Right. I mean, I guess it hits a little different because our son's name that everyone knows him by is a nickname, but it's also not like a fun nickname that he's gotten. Like his name is David, but we call him Bo. But if anyone else called him Bo Frog, because that's what I call him, I think I'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I would definitely think that, yes, you're the asshole because they're not exactly as it says in the story without permission. You weren't given permission to call these people by their nicknames.
Right.
So don't.
Well, it'd be the same. Like your name's David. If someone, introduced themselves to you and you said like, my name's Dave, which please no, thank you. Then they would have the cue to be like, oh, he's okay with being called Dave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But like I've had like in the Army, there was guys that would call me Kitty,
Mm-hmm.
like not kit, like a cat, like just because my last
Right.
name.
Yeah.
And then there were people that would hear it and they would say, I'm like, you don't, nope.
Like, you haven't earned that right to do that yet.
Yeah. And then
I understand that. But so is he asking if he's the asshole?
Yeah.
I don't think that he's the asshole per se, because I think he was trying to fit in. He was trying to, like, play around like that. But it doesn't sound like they were mean about it. They were just like, hey, let's not do that. And if he respected that, then he wouldn't be the asshole. Like, if he was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't realize. But the fact that he doubles down and be like, hey, why are you so mad about it? But at the same time, maybe he just wants to communicate and be like, why can't I? I don't think he's the asshole.
Well, but it's the fact of doing it without permission.
Right.
That makes him the asshole, in my opinion.
Do you think that he continued to do it? Or
Probably
just because
not
he
to
asked?
her.
Right. Just because he asked about it. Like, he tried it, got shot down, and then he asked about it. I don't think that makes him an asshole. But if he kept doing it or, like, put up such a big fuss about it, then maybe. But
well, I guarantee that he's still doing it.
Yeah.
But just not to her anymore. I mean, even though she said that many people don't like him calling them by their nicknames, until they tell him to stop, he's going to keep doing it.
So it sounds like it's more than just one person.
Yeah, it's more than one person, because he said that he calls everybody by their nicknames.
Like, I wonder if it's like a shortened name or like a complete, like her name's Amanda and they're calling her Nori. Or if her name is like Noreen and they call her Nori. You know what I mean? Because it'd be different if I went, because back in middle school, I went by Mandy and everybody knew me by Mandy kind of thing. So a shortened name or a nickname, I think it could differ.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just, if you don't know a person, don't call them, just call them by their damn name.
Right. All right. So my next one is from Am I the Buttface? Am I the buttface if I demanded to know who reported me to HR? I'm in my early 30s and male, and in our office, I'm known as a bit of a jokester. Nothing mean, and I don't go out of my way to prank someone or hurt anyone's feelings, but I have plenty of jokes and give lots of silly nicknames. There's a newer woman in our office. She's in her early 20s, and she has a 3-year-old. They live in an RV park a few miles away from work, and I've nicknamed her RV Reba. I didn't see the harm. It's just a silly nickname, and I've given silly nicknames to most of our coworkers. I don't know why I can't say coworkers. If anyone complains about it, I just explain that I didn't mean anything by it. It's just a silly thing that I do, and there's no reason for them to be offended. When you say you shouldn't be offended, that's like telling someone they're not allowed to be offended by something that you say. I can't with that. RV Reba wasn't thrilled with the nickname.
No shit.
Yeah, I see why. She said it was insulting, but I explained that it wasn't intended to be, and it was just something silly I came up with. She asked me to stop using it. I don't use it around her much anymore. So her.
So at that point, you're making fun.
Right. But I think it's a silly thing to get upset about. So I still use it around others. So now instead of saying it to her face, you're just saying it around everybody else. Well, someone has reported me to HR. Yeah, no shit. I got called into a meeting this morning and was given a written warning to stop harassing my coworkers. I don't see how this is harassing at all. ? They're silly nicknames, ! I asked who reported me, and they said it's not just one person, but multiple complaints. RV Reba and a few others were getting coffee, and I wanted to know who reported me. RV Reba, I swear, if he says RV Reba one more time. RV Reba said she didn't know, but she was glad they spoke to me about it since I wasn't listening to them and asking me to stop. I think it was probably her and one or two other coworkers who can never take a joke. I want to know exactly who it is. A few coworkers said I'm already the buttface, but should should I let it go? But I really want to know who reported me. Would I be the buttface if I demanded who it was?
You can't demand.
Right. That's the whole point of HR is to be anonymous. I feel like RV Reba is so demeaning.
Yeah, it's like it's demeaning to like making it seem like she's less than because she lives in an RV park.
Right.
Which, so what? Like if it's what she wants to do or if that's the only means that she has, so what?
But it's not your job to be like, oh, this is where you live. Like, trailer Amanda. I grew up in a trailer. Okay. I would be so insulted. Not because I feel less than where I'm living, but the fact that you're putting that in front of my name like that. That's not.
When it's always the thing of when you're doing something that somebody doesn't like and it's the excuse of it's just a joke or it's just a prank. Like, obviously that's not that. Right. Because jokes and pranks mean that everybody's involved and or laughing at that. And when someone tells you to stop, you stop. You don't get to just go behind their back because at that point you know that they don't like it. So now you're calling them that to make fun of them.
Right. So top comment is you can't talk to harassment Harry like that. I don't know. A lot of people are saying, yes, you're the fucking asshole. Like,
well, yeah.
Butt face. Because like just because you think it's funny, like that doesn't make it funny.
Yeah, because it'd be like if I call it like if it was dipshit Dave.
Right.
Okay.
Unless you're like best friends with him and he's like, I am a dipshit. But still, I feel like that's one of those things, like your last one, that like you earn those nicknames. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but it's just the simple fact of the matter is that when people ask you to stop doing something, you stop. It doesn't matter if it's how badly you want to keep doing it.
Right.
You need to stop.
Well, and he is 30s male and she is 20s.
Yeah.
So on top of that, you're already like her elder and you're talking down to her like that. That's not fair. That's not nice.
Yeah, you don't get to demand HR to give you any information.
Right. They're going to be like, kick rocks, Betty. That's the whole point of them.
Yeah, that makes zero sense to me.
Dumb.
All right. Mine was reposted to Am I the Devil?
Oh, Lord.
4 years old. Am I the asshole for not being friendly to my coworker? I only gossiped about her.
Yeah, you're more of an asshole because you gossiped.
Well, the original title is Am I the asshole for not being friendly to my coworker?
Oh.
But yeah.
When
then they reposted it into that. It's yeah.
Gotcha.
So I have a coworker that is a bit annoying. She is overly cheerful, bubbly, smiling, and telling jokes a lot. I just don't like her personality. During work meetings while she's talking, I said a bit sarcastic comments. I couldn't stand her. I was also gossiping about her, just telling few other people in the office that she was funny. I also told her directly that she is always smiling and it's annoying. Recently, she stopped talking to me at all. She is totally ignoring me, not even making eye contact. So, should I talk to the boss and tell him she won't communicate with me, or does it look like I am the asshole here?
Fuck off, bro. I would rather work with someone that's happy than somebody that walks around and moping and complaining all the time.
Well, and how shitty is your life that someone being happy and in a good mood and telling jokes that makes you irked?
Right.
Like I've had like
I'm that way.
Yeah, like there's like you and then like I had like girl friends in high school that's how they were.
Right.
And there were some people that would make fun of them because they were too happy. I'm like, okay, how sad is your fucking life that you have to put someone down because they're enjoying theirs?
Right. I've been told on many occasions that I am too much in the morning.
Yes.
But you know, I like to be happy. And for a long time I was on the fake it till you make it train. And I'm like, well, if I act happy, then maybe I'll be happy. Like, winter blues and, stuff like that. And I would rather be dance in the kitchen and embarrass my kids in Walmart person than a straight-faced, like, work, home, bed, work, home. Like, I don't want to be stuck in that. I really don't. I would rather laugh at stupid things in the kitchen or, like me and Alex, we have this inside joke that I just say random things. And I'm like, do you think the neighbors think I have
It's
Tourette's?
not an inside joke. You do say random shit.
Well, I do, but I
all the
ask her
time.
all the time. She's like, Mom.
Just out of the fucking blue. Like, we'll be having a conversation and it's just.
Yeah, but it makes everyone,
Squirrel.
it makes
Like,
everybody happy. It makes me
alright,
happy.
bro.
I'm not worried about other people. I'm worried about me, and it makes me happy. Like, I want to be that person that sings in the shower and runs down the Walmart, aisles and, like, throw a snowball, even though I hate the snow. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the person that is sad or straight-faced all the time. Like, let her be. Let her do her thing.
Yeah, and then, like, you are gossiping about her and
Right.
doing
She's
all this
funny.
shit.
Okay, cool.
And then, of course, she's going to find out. And then now you're upset because now she doesn't want to share her energy with you.
I wonder if one, he regrets that he doesn't get her attention anymore, or two, he secretly likes her and she heard and was like, nope. And then he's like, dang, I can't be mean like I'm in
No,
third
I just
grade
think
again.
this is the kind of person that is, if I'm having a bad day, everybody else is, kind of a thing.
That's not fair.
Like,
Let her do her thing.
I've had, like, I'm not going to say like I've done that to people, but like if there's people that I worked with that I didn't like and I was in a bad mood, like, oh no, I'm going to ruin your day. There wasn't many people that I worked with that I didn't like, but there was some where I was like, yep, I'm having a bad day. So now I'm going to make your day hell.
Like now you're having a bad day.
But then there was times where like when I worked at the car dealership, when I was selling cars, it could be a shitty day and no one's coming in. And then our receptionist, I think you met her husband, Bold. I don't think she was there. But she was always happy and go lucky.
Right.
And like, that's
it
just
their turns around the
personality.
vibe. It turns around the day.
I don't know. You can't.
I appreciate people like that can be happy and honestly, they say check on your happy friends because the happiest people are really sad in life, like Robin Williams. Like, yeah, they could be so funny and so happy on the outside, but they're really not.
Yeah, but that dude did enough blow to fucking cover Mount Everest.
All of Mount Everest, the whole thing.
He did a lot.
All right, so my next one is from Am I the Asshole? And it's wife naps while I work.
Okay.
Okay. All right, my 30s male wife, 30s female, is a stay-at-home mom. She is great at it. When she's awake, she's very engaged with the kids and also gets a lot of the housework done while I work from home. I don't think it matters much, but when I'm off work, I take over as primary parent and also do housework through bedtime. We have 4 kids aged 11 and under. More often than not, she takes a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day. Believe it or not, the kids need some parental assistance during that time. So she's sleeping while they're sleeping. Sounds like.
I
wonder how, it doesn't say how young the youngest is. If it's like under a year, under 2 years, they're taking naps too. So maybe she's laying down with the baby kind of thing.
Maybe.
Because mama got to sleep too. All right. This is a large distraction from my work. As I have told her, I'd prefer her not to nap, but the prevailing response is something to the tune of, they're fine, just ignore them and work. If there's an emergency, I'll hear it and handle it. Easier said than done for me, but I try. A breaking point came today when 2 of her friends' kids were over at our house, and I told her that I'd prefer if she did not nap while they were there. She said, I know, and proceeded to do it anyway. Which, if I was watching someone else's kids, I don't think I would nap.
Yeah, no. If somebody else's
My own, it's fine.
If somebody else's kids are over, no, that's not. You're not napping.
Right. This really irritates me, but I'm open to the idea that I'm overreacting. We've done marriage counseling before, and when it comes up, the counselor's solution was more on how I should try to focus on work during these times. Am I the asshole? So he's just mad that she's gets to take a nap. Sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, if the kids are just fine, then so what? The only issue that I have with her taking a nap, is when there's other kids over there, because yes, he is working, but you don't know. I mean, it also depends on the age of the other kids too, but like, you don't know what's going on with other kids in your house.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I guess that's just a personal thing, I guess, is that I wouldn't want that to be happening. But
so I was looking at the comments to see if they said anything about the ages. And this says 5, 7, 9, and 11. So honestly, they're pretty much able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, they're like.
But at the same time, when you take a mom nap, it's not the same as a nap. Like a mom nap, you're not fully asleep. You're still hearing things. And if there's a noise that isn't not real. If there is a noise that's like not normal, you snap and you wake up. That's just, I feel like every mom does that. Okay, so there is an edit. Well, actually, there's 3 edits. Edit 1. We do homeschool. So they're homeschooling. They usually are done with their curriculum by noon. If that makes it feel like weird circumstances, just pretend like the kids are on summer break and we'd have the same situation. So they're home all day. That was my first thing. I was like, is this only during summer? Like 11 should be in school, but that makes sense. All right. So edit 2. When this started a few years back, I thought maybe she had some health issues. So we did get a blood test and found out she has an autoimmune disorder. Unfortunately, even though treatment hasn't fixed it, he wrote fixed her test levels. It hasn't helped much with her energy levels throughout the day. So she's tired, but chasing around, what do they say, 9, 7,
5,
7, 9, and 11. That's a lot of work in its own. But now they're old enough that she can take a 2-hour nap during the day, and they can go live their best.
I don't know much about the autoimmune deficiency thing, but with something like that, you do lose a lot of energy, so you have to take that time to recoup it.
Right. And it says that she's very hands-on with the kids, and I guarantee that she's homeschooling the kids too. So she's making sure they're doing their work, staying on task, being the teacher, being the mom, doing lunch, and then all she wants is a 2-hour nap. Let the girl live. All right, edit 3. I got it. I'm in the wrong. That's a fair response, and honestly, the kind of answer I was looking for. I wasn't trying to blame her, just seeing if my concerns were valid. I tend to worry a lot about things that I can't help with. It's actually reassuring that this isn't a big deal. So he learned. I mean, he got what he needed, saying, you're right. It'd be different if she had a brand new baby, a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old, something like that. But
yeah, well, they're not really
these
self-sufficient. Like, they can, if they needed to get a snack from the kitchen, they could get it themselves.
Or ask the older sibling.
Yeah, like
ask one age up.
They're not little toddlers that need to be watched every second of every hour.
Getting into everything, yeah. A lot of people are saying it's because she has the autoimmune disease. And then there's a lot of people in here that are saying, oh, take this supplement, take this. That's not what it's about. Yes, offering help, love that. But at the same time, that's not what he's asking for. So, I don't think he's the asshole, but I think
I mean,
that
if you had to give him a title, then yes, I would consider it being the asshole. Like,
a redeemed asshole, because he realized at the end that he wasn't. We're falling apart back here.
all right, my next one is, and am I the asshole? 2 years old. Am I the asshole for telling someone that his achievement just meant that he had rich parents?
Mm.
I, 23 male, have been with my current company for a year now. Recently, a new guy, Jack, joined our team fresh out of college. Last Friday, my manager invited everyone to a bar after work. There, Jack told everyone about an achievement that he obtained over spring break. He visited his 150th country, Cambodia. In contrast to everyone else who were asking the things such as, what was the best, worst, strangest thing you ate?
Mm.
Which countries were your favorite, and cool stories? I just said, good for you, and went back to my drink. Jack noticed me being quiet and asked me why I wasn't joining in. I said, don't worry about me, but Jack kept pressing the issue. I finally said, Jack, visiting 150 countries is cool and all, but it doesn't say anything about you as a person. It just means you had rich parents who could afford to travel internationally several times a year. I grew up poor, literally. Worked my ass off in high school, got a full ride merit scholarship, and did everything humanely possible to land my current 6-figure job. Rich people who think they're better than everyone else just because they had rich parents is a huge pet peeve of mine. But my coworkers don't know any of that, since I like to keep work and personal life as separated as possible. Jack got really quiet after that and left soon afterwards. Now it's Monday morning, and I'm wondering if I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Mm. If we have nothing nice to say, we say nothing at all. How does he know? How does he know that if he has rich parents? He could just be working his ass off. He could be at what's
Well,
it
he just
called?
got out of college.
I know, but he could be like volunteering. He could be doing border what's it called? Something humanity.
I have no idea what you're talking
Where you
about.
go volunteer to like build houses in countries and stuff.
Like Humane Society?
No, that's for animals. Help for humanity. Help
Habitat for Humanity?
there you go. That one. So he doesn't know the story behind it.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless of like, just because if anything, even if he had rich parents, that doesn't matter. He's not like, all he's saying is like, I've been to 150 countries. He's not
That's
saying
pretty awesome.
that I have more money than you, or
Right.
my suit's better than yours, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Obviously, this is a 6-figure job anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
all of these people, it sounds like, have money.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Well, and if he's just out of college, he probably is single, and if not single, he's probably not married. Like, he doesn't have like adult debt. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to make it sound bad, but he probably doesn't own his home. He probably doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, so he has that money, and he's already making that kind of money out of college. Like, he probably has the money to be able to go. And then there's other ways, like there's volunteering, and then there's like miles that you can get, like points to, fly for cheaper. And he could be doing it a different way, but he didn't even ask. He just assumed that his parents were rich.
Well, yeah, and it's just because he grew up poor, and it's the oh, I had to work for this and you didn't. So in a sense too, is like he's almost saying that he's better than Jack because, oh, I had to actually work for,
because he didn't get stuff handed to him.
Like, okay, so what?
Yeah.
Some people have a freaking advantage in life, and it's not their fault.
Right.
If I had rich parents and I had that opportunity, I'd take it too.
Oh, 100%.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Now, if I act like a complete asshole over it, then yes, that makes you an asshole.
Right.
But it just, like, in a sense too, it sounds like this guy's like trying to involve everybody in the party and be nice about it.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, hey, why? What's wrong? What's going on? if he was one of those stuck up rich people,
He wouldn't care.
he wouldn't have cared.
Mm-mm.
He would have kept all the attention on him,
Mm-hmm.
but he wanted to go over to you to make sure that you were having fun.
Well, now I'm sad. But you're right though. Like if that was the kind of person he was, he would have turned it or kept it turned on him. Like he wouldn't have went out of his way to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah,
what are the
like,
comments saying?
Just saying, let's see. So visiting 150 countries is really cool. There was no need to shit all over it and make a stink. He never said he was better than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
You just assumed that because of your own insecurities. Yeah.
Right. I bet he would feel like a real ass if he was like, yeah, I volunteer, or yeah, I help third world countries, or, like something that makes him even better that he went to that many countries.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I think I would ask the same questions. Like, what'd you eat? Where's your favorite place? Like,
yeah, and that's what everybody was asking, and everyone was having
Yeah.
fun.
well, and there's cheaper ways to do it. Most of the time, the flights to get places are more expensive than staying in places.
Yeah. Also, depending on where you're flying out of, how much
Right.
flight costs, and all that kind of stuff. But it's, I don't know. It's just that is one thing that is irritating, because also, like, you don't know what all he had to do to even get through college or high
Right.
school. Like, he had good grades. Like, he's at this job for a reason, and it's
Mhm.
not like his dad owns the company and got a job. Like,
Right.
he's there on his own merit.
Yeah.
And you're just being a negative Nancy and pissing and moaning your own sorrow.
All right. My next one is my husband's work proposed to him. My husband has a work wife. They are friends that go to lunch often and tease each other and talk about some personal things. She brings him homemade lunches sometimes, and he's brought her leftover desserts that I made in these things. It didn't bother me at first, but it feels like she has a connection with him that I don't. To make matters worse, she work proposed to him to make their work relationship work official. There's a lot of work in here. She playfully feels that he's not a real work husband if they don't have an actual work wedding. He thinks it's hilarious, and their manager says that it's fine. It's a fine excuse to throw a party out of their pizza party funds. They throw celebratory parties somewhat often as they ship a product or land a big client. The parties are usually a few grand in foods and drinks and entertainment. Dang, those are big ass parties. For work? Okay. His company is a dream come true, but I think him and his friends are taking this too far. He is planning on wearing his normal work clothes to the wedding, but there's some rumors that she's going to be wearing her wedding dress from her failed marriage. She's been divorced for 5 years. What should I do? I told him that it's ridiculous, but he keeps talking me down. I'm considering showing up to respectfully voice my concerns during the if anyone has any objections part of the ceremony. I don't think I'd even let it get that far. His coworkers know me from the last Christmas party and the time I had to bring him a clean pair of pants. Okay. So I know they'd let me into the party. In the middle of the day. Oh, it is in the middle of the day, so I need to take time off of work, but I can't stop their marriage. Maybe I can save mine.
No, it sounds like she doesn't need to save hers. It sounds like that isn't just a
Right.
What?
I know. So if he can't, or if she can't stop their marriage, maybe I can save mine. It sounds like they're going way too far. Like, I get the whole Work wife, work. I hate that. I would not be okay with it, but I do understand. Like, I know that that's a thing. Like, oh, that's my work wife. But usually, I don't know. The work marriage thing is, and the fact that the manager is letting that happen.
And like other people know that this dude's married, and they still go okay with this going on.
Right. I
Like
want to
that
know
doesn't.
what else is happening.
It doesn't. There's something that's not adding up. I guess in my mind. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, so top comment is my ex had a work wife. I was okay with it. She came to my house. I went to hers. I cuddled with her children. They end up having an affair. Stop it now while you can.
Well, yeah, obviously, like I said, yeah, it either needs to be stopped or you don't have a marriage anymore.
I'd show up with divorce papers. Annulment. Yeah, I feel like that's a. Would that be an HR issue? I don't know. I feel like they're doing too much. Like,
Yeah, but they're okay with it. They're using funds from the party, so obviously, higher ups have to agree
they
to
have
it.
to, yeah, spend that money somewhere. Nope. I'd be mad. Would you let that happen?
No.
Like, even if you thought it was totally a joke, whatever. Like, I already had a wedding, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm out on the whole idea.
But
like
she's
this.
been divorced and wants to wear her wedding dress. That's a little much.
I would just like it would have been stopped at the very beginning. Like there's not. No, like that, none of that shit's happening.
I feel like I would allow like one
Especially the
joke, like,
fact,
oh,
like,
it's
too,
your
that,
work
like,
wife.
they go and have lunch together, and he tells her personal things. Like, no, that's much more than a work wife or a work husband. Like that's actual relationship.
I think she knew from the very beginning because she goes, it feels like he has a connection or she has a connection to him that I don't. Right there. That's your answer.
Yeah, no, if you have those feelings about it, then it needs to be nipped in the butt now. It doesn't matter how much of a joke or funny it is. No. If your partner is having that feeling about it, it needs to be stopped. And if you're not willing to stop it, then you're not willing to be in the relationship.
Right. Do you think that if they're like, oh, okay, we won't do the marriage, do you think that you could trust them to go to work with them again?
I don't know.
I don't. I think I would be like, okay, this went way too far already. If you want to stay in this marriage, you need to transfer, get a different department, like move, something. But at that point, if I don't trust you enough to go to work, then I can't trust you. Then there's no relation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If we're going to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. All right. Another one that was reposted to Am I the Devil? Am I the asshole for telling my female coworker to not complain?
Yep.
I, 35 male, am good friends with a coworker of mine, 23 female. Recently, she was telling me how she went to the bar with some of other coworkers just to hang out because she doesn't really drink, and that one of them, 23 male, started making her uncomfortable. She told me he kept trying to get her drunk and push himself onto her. She has told me before about this guy being weird towards her, so I told her I didn't want to hear her complain and be upset about it when she knew he would be there and was weird. She got upset with me, telling me she just wanted to hang out with coworkers and make friends. Why can't the guy just not be weird? And I told her she's an adult. She should have known not to go if the weird guy was going to be there. Now she isn't talking to me, and I can tell she is upset. Am I the asshole?
Why are we defending the weird guy? It's not just weird at this point. That's assault.
Well, and it's one of those. Why does she have to sacrifice being able to go have fun just because somebody can't control themselves around other people? So
was this the boss that was telling her that?
No.
Just a coworker?
Just a coworker.
I'd go to HR. She shouldn't have to like you said, she shouldn't have to sacrifice her work relationships and all that because he wants to be weird. And if it's not her, who is it? It's not just her. It's got to be someone else too. Like if if Kim's there, it's going to be Kim. If Amanda's there, it's going to be her. If it's Sarah, you know what I mean? Like, this guy needs to stop. He needs to not be there.
Yeah, I just like what like, and obviously since you guys are friends, she feels comfortable with telling you how she's feeling. So I mean, in a sense, maybe she's wanting you to like go up to the dude and be like, "Hey, chill the fuck out."
It's a cry for help,
kind of a thing. Or again, and like you said, like go to HR. Like you should be able to go hang out with coworkers and not have to worry about another one of them not knowing how to handle himself in a public setting.
Do you think HR would have jurisdiction with that?
Yes, because it is between two coworkers.
Yeah, but it was outside of hours.
Yes, but if she goes to work and feels that way still about that person being there,
right,
then
because
like it's
makes me feel icky.
It's when everyone, like, it's not just like friends meeting up. Like it sounds like a bunch of the people from the job went to hang out. So technically it would be a work function in a way. So yeah, then that would be an HR thing. Like, I don't like the way that this guy is treating me outside of work. And he's, yeah, kind of a deal.
Yeah. Like, I feel weird about it. And then to tell her that to quit complaining definitely makes you an asshole, because like she's like looking for help and validation, right? And
you're just being an ass.
Yeah, you're shooting him down or her down, and you're defending him. That's not very fair.
Yeah, she should be able to feel safe when going out, especially with people that she works with. And shouldn't have to worry about stuff like that, which I know females have to deal with that all the time and have to worry about things like that. But
I mean, males do too.
I'm oblivious to that shit, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but if somebody was trying to hang on you and you were like, stop, and they won't, then
yeah, no.
That's the same thing. All right, so my next one is from Am I the Asshole? It's only 15 days old. Okay, so someone at work stole my chair and I had them arrested.
There's more to that than just the damn chair.
Right, okay. So I got a new job in sales working for a company that sells access control systems, CCTV systems, etc. Oh, okay. The chair in my cubicle was super uncomfortable as fuck. So on day 3, I brought my own Herman Miller Arian chair.
Those are like expensive office chairs.
We need to look up a picture and see what they look like. Put it on the thing. On day 4, it was missing. I looked around and another sales rep was sitting in it. I asked for it back. So basically he told me to F off. I went and spoke to the owner of the company. He told me that the chairs aren't reserved and that they are first come, first serve. I explained that I own the chair and it cost me $1,800.
Yeah, those are expensive chairs.
Do you know what it is? A Herman Miller.
I know that name.
Area. Is it Aeron? Aaron? Okay. $1,800. He told me that I need to come in earlier if I want that chair. The fuck off. The next day, the same guy was sitting in it when I got to the office. I told him to give it back or I was going to call the cops. He refused, so I called the cops. It was quite the scene, but in the end, he admitted that he took my $1,800 chair and I was prepared. I had the receipt, which showed the serial number. Yes, Arian chairs have serial numbers. They asked me if I wanted to press charges. My new boss said I would be terminated if I got him arrested. So I said, absolutely, I want to press charges.
Yep.
I don't think you can fire somebody for...
Nope.
Even a right to work state. I feel like you would have a big case on that. My new boss fired me on the spot, so I carried my chair out with me and as I was leaving, and yes, the cops arrested the dude who took my chair. He admitted to it. The dude who took the chair has been in the industry for about 15 years, and he is going to lose his security license, which means he won't be able to work in the industry. He's going to lose his job, and I don't give a single shit. He shouldn't have stole my chair. Am I the asshole for making this dude lose his job? I mean, so let's see. She told him once, twice. She gave him 2 warnings and told him she was going to call the cops and went to the owner. So that's technically 3 chances.
Yeah. So,
I mean, that does suck that he's going to lose his license.
That's on him. He fucked around and found out.
Sure the fuck did.
People just sometimes can't keep their damn hands to themselves and their stuff. The whole first come first serve thing does not apply to someone else's actual property.
Right. And if it sounds like she has her own cubicle.
Yeah. So
when I worked in an office, we had our own chairs, and most of the time, like, our chairs had, our own blanket on it, or we had like the backrest things, and like, my chair was my chair, and I knew that was nobody took anybody's chair. When I worked at the lab, like, we all had our own chairs.
Yeah, I just don't see the
need for it. Maybe he's like, damn, that's a nice chair, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, like, okay, like if it was like on the first thing, like if it was, okay, these are first come, first serve, like, oh, that's a nice chair, I want to try that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person comes up to me and like, hey, that's like, I bought that chair. Like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, here you go.
Right.
Kind of a thing. Like, I just thought it was a new chair that they bought in the office. So, and I wanted to try it out. But it's their property, so don't fuck with it. And then you got a second chance and still said fuck off. So now you can't work there anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty. Like, you would think that all the chairs in the office are probably the same. Like, they probably got shipped in from a company, blah, 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 blah. So then on day 2 or on day 3 of this girl working there, there's a random new chair that she's the only one. Common sense would be like, that's her. She brought that.
Common sense.
Or ask them, like, hey, where'd you get that one? I want one. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, did you ask for it? Like, maybe I didn't know I could ask the boss for a nicer chair. Like, $1,800 for a chair, though.
Like, yeah, and if I was this person, OP, I would, if it was like a wrongful termination because of theft, then all right, you're getting sued.
Right. But I'd be able to buy 3 of them chairs.
Just kidding. It'd be more than 3.
Yeah. I mean, fucked around, found out.
All right. Last story comes from r/confession, 6 years old. I used to eat my coworker's apple chips at work, then tell him that I was allergic to apples so he wouldn't accuse me.
Okay.
Just to be clear, this wasn't because I was particularly hungry. It's because my coworker was an absolute asshole. He was really creepy toward the girls in the office and always said some pretty wildly racist shit to our other coworker who was from Mexico. He was just a crude, horribly annoying person who seemingly took enjoyment out of making everyone around him uncomfortable. He was like a mix of Todd Packer from The Office and Tony Soprano. All right.
Okay.
He always brought these apple chips into work to eat for lunch, and occasionally I would go in, take the apple chips, and go to the nearby park and eat them for lunch. He would go around asking everyone if they took the chips and would actually act all pissed off because he knew someone took them. Instead of just flat out telling him I'm allergic to apples, I put on a little show. He was eating the chips 2 days before I started to take them, and I asked if I could have one, and I took one and almost took a bite, then said, "These aren't apple flavored, are they?" And he said they were. Then I quickly put it back on the plate and went to go wash my hands, and I said I was allergic. Much more believable than me just flat out telling him. This went on for about 2 months. I must have taken his chips like 10 times or so.
Premeditated murder
Homie
there.
just freaking, yeah, if you're an asshole and this was a way to freaking
Get under your
stick it to
skin
him
legally,
without
Right.
doing any actual harm.
And honestly, the little things I feel like piss people off more. Like keep taking their pencils or their erasers, or like keep moving their chair just a smidge. Or there was a girl at when I worked in an office. She used to come in every day, and it was like a prank thing. And I mean, I feel bad for laughing because it probably did drive her nuts. But she would come in and move everything on her desk just a little, just a little. So her computer desk or her computer would be like moved just a smidge, and like she would come in and she would look so confused. She's like, "Wait, everything's off," and she did it every day for months. Just something to piss her off, and it worked.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm against people like taking other people's food, and eating people's other lunches and stuff, but this guy has it freaking coming. Like being a creep and an asshole to workers, and being racist.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're lucky that this was just only thing that was happening. Like one says 2000 IQ, other one says you're living in 3019.
When he premeditated it too, he like said it all. He knew what he was gonna do.
Yeah, because I mean, if they would have went walking around like, "Hey, did you eat my chips?" Like, "Oh no, I'm allergic to apples." How did you know they're apple chips?
Right, it'd be weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't even want to ask him because he's like, "Oh, he can't because he's allergic," and he's just sitting at the park eating them, watching the ducks.
Says, "Thank you. Just reminded me just how much I love apple chips, and I need to buy some."
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's a good one to end on.
You deserved to have your apple chips stolen, sir.
Yep.
Well, that was the last story of the night.
Let's go watch the Chiefs game. Hey, we're gonna get there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, this season hasn't been the best, but
hey, you watch your mouth.
We've had 5.
We'll get there.
5 years. Well, what was it? It's been more than 5 years of them doing super good. So they're allowed to have a college. What is it? A senior slump or whatever.
Yeah.
Sophomore slump. 1 year.
We just need 13 seconds. That's all we need.
Yeah.
We got this.
But thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with us. If you have any coworkers stories of your own, please leave those down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video and all of our other ones. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Love you. Bye.